right, good evening, everyone. Welcome. We clean up pretty good, don't we? Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our first ever virtual Heart Ball. My name is Derek Steyer. I'm an anchor at WFMJ TV, and it is an honor to be your MC for the evening. On behalf of the American Heart Association and WFMJ TV, the media sponsor for this year's event, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm so excited to be with you. We have a great night in store for you tonight, and I can't wait for you to see it, even if it is only virtually. Tonight's Heart Ball is one that is much different than we really ever could have expected. But despite the trying and troubling times in our world and in our community today, I hope that for an hour this evening that you all can join us in celebrating all the good in the world that people like you are helping to create. With all of you here tonight, I know that we can continue to be a relentless force for a world of longer and healthier lives. Now, here are a couple of things to take note before we get started. For the best user experience here, please make sure that your Zoom webinar is in what's called side-by-side mode. That way, you'll easily be able to see the program on one side of your screen, and then you can click, and then you can see the rest of in the big part of your screen there, and you'll see the speaker on the other, and then all the slides. To change your viewing preferences, just go to Viewing Options. That's at the top of your screen, and select side-by-side mode. All right, throughout the evening, I want you to take out your cell phones. Yeah, make sure that you have one of these handy, because we want you to take pictures and post them on social media. And we want you to use the hashtag Tri-County Heart Ball. We want to see how you're celebrating the Heart Ball at home, and we want everyone on social media to know just how much you're having fun here on this Zoom. We can see some of your pictures right now, and we can't wait to see more of them throughout the night. So make sure you post. Two things to note, though, when posting those pictures. First, make sure that you use that hashtag Tri-County Heart Ball in the post so that it shows up on the feed. Secondly, make sure that your post is public, or we're not going to be able to see it. You don't have to make your entire page public. Just make sure that the Heart Ball post is public. Well, you have those cell phones out tonight. There's another way for you to engage with us throughout the program. There will be opportunities for you to open your heart and donate to the mission of the American Heart Association through Text to Give. Our goal is to have 100% participation in the virtual room tonight, and really every dollar counts as we continue the fight against not only cardiovascular disease and stroke, but now also COVID-19. You can text Tri-County HB, again, that's Tri-County HB to 41444, or click the link in the chat box to donate at any point throughout the evening by finding the number at the bottom of your screen. After you text Tri-County HB to 41444, a link will be sent to you via text as a response. All you need to do is click on that link and then follow the instructions to donate. Your full mission gift to the American Heart Association will help save and improve lives by funding a variety of programs in our community. Our goal tonight, you can see it right there on the screen, $40,031. And I know we can hit that goal. I know we can do it. Now, we're going to explain the significance of that 31 a little bit later on tonight. As you text in your donations, you'll see your name scroll across the screen, and we can see some of those already. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated and everyone who will donate throughout the evening. Again, we want to see this thermometer raise throughout the night, and we're off to a great start. Now, a reminder to all of you that our silent auction, it just closed. If you're a lucky winner, you'll receive an email notifying you. But if you didn't win, stay tuned. We've got some one-of-a-kind, unbelievable items that are up for bid tonight in our live auction. That's going to be happening a little bit later on in the program. All right, again, we have quite the night in store for you tonight as we bring Vegas to your home. We have live entertainment ready for you, including live music, magicians, and a comedy show. So grab the entire family and enjoy. You'll also get to meet our adorable heart hero, 5-year-old Wesley Franklin and his family, and you'll get to hear Wesley's heart story. We'll also be remembering one of our beloved AHA team members that we lost tragically and unexpectedly earlier this year. All right, shall we get started? We were forced to gather virtually tonight because of COVID-19, the pandemic that has swept our nation. While we've spent the last few months sheltering at home to avoid spreading the virus, our Tri-County healthcare workers have been on the front lines, fighting the virus head on. We cannot thank you enough for helping to keep us safe. It's now my pleasure to introduce you to a familiar face that continues to fight against America's #1 killer right in our community, the Executive Director of the American Heart Association, Tracy Banke.
Thank you, Derek, and hello, everybody. It is so great to be here with you tonight, and it's such an honor to serve with you as the Executive Director at the American Heart Association. Well, I really miss getting to see all of your beautiful smiling faces tonight. I can already feel the energy from the chat box, from our social media feed, just all of the amazing things that you're doing so far. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And by all of you showing up here tonight, that honestly rings tried and true, not only tonight, but throughout the entire year. Thank you for the incredible support that you not only give to the mission of the American Heart Association, but also to me. I don't know what I would do without you. I am grateful for each and every one of you. For excellence, the presence of others is always required. And this year, we have been very fortunate to partner with an amazing couple that is also passionate about the mission of the American Heart Association. Through past careers, I have had the pleasure of knowing and working alongside this husband and wife team for over a decade. And along with a team of committed leaders, the husband and wife team took on the challenge to make a direct impact in our community. It is my great pleasure to introduce you to 898 Marketing founder and president, Jeff Risnar, and his wife, gastroenterologist at Salem Regional Medical Center and founder of Empowerment, Dr. Meredith McNally Risnar, the co-chairs of the 2020 Tri-County Heart Ball.
I'm all in.
All in.
I'm all in.
I'm all in.
We're all in for the 2020 Heart Ball. Are you?
Well, thank you very much, everybody. And yes, we are all in, along with my wife, Mimi, my daughter, Kira, and my other daughter, Marin. We are so excited for you to be all in with us and join us for the 2020 Heart Ball. Now, over the years, the Tri-County Heart Ball has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for research, advocacy, and educational purposes for heart research here in the Mahoning Valley. The money raised through the event tonight will continue that mission, and you tonight are a part of going all in to make sure that we have a healthier, happier, and longer lives for everybody in the Mahoning Valley.
We, Jeff and I, have been greatly affected by heart disease in our lives, just like so many of you with us tonight. Our family and our friends have suffered from heart disease, and without the advancements made by the American Heart Association over the years, we may not be here today. Our businesses are at the heart of the American Heart Association, and because of their generosity and for making a significant investment in the American Heart Association's work through the Tri-County Heart Ball, we are able to celebrate together virtually tonight. Prior to tonight's event, we were able to present each sponsor with an award, recognizing them for all of their support. Please join us in thanking the 2020 Tri-County Heart Ball sponsors. Tonight's platform sponsor is Mercy Health. They're the American Heart Association's Healthy for Good sponsor. Throughout the year, Mercy Health works with the American Heart Association to launch initiatives to better the heart health of our community. Accepting the award on behalf of Mercy Health this year is from left to right, Dr. Wahoob Hout, Kathleen Harley, President of St. Elizabeth's Youngstown, Dr. Irwa Barakat, and Jason Schiraldi. Thank you to our signature sponsor and the producer of tonight's videos, 898 Marketing.
Oh, what a surprise. No, all seriousness, I accept this award on behalf of our entire family at 898 Marketing. The presence of others is always required for excellence, as Tracy said, and without them, Mimi, nor I, nor all of us with the Heart Association can make this night possible. So to all my family at 898 Marketing, thank you, and thank you very much for recognizing our efforts and allowing us to be a part of this evening.
To the dozen local Heart Advocate sponsors, thank you. Many of these sponsors continue to give generously to our mission year after year, and we greatly appreciate everything you do for the American Heart Association and this community.
Ready?
Thank you to 717 Credit Union. Thank you, Armstrong Cable.
Talk a little louder.
Thank you, Astro Shapes. Thank you, Brilax. Thank you, the Cafaro Foundation. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Cafaro. Thank you, Farmers Bank and Farmers Trust. Thank you, Fred Martin of Youngstown. Thank you, Greenwood Chevrolet. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Greenwood. Thank you, Southwoods Health. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Moransky. Thank you, Fury Vitulo Sparkle.
Nice job.
Thank you, VEC. And thank you, WKBN.
Nice job. Nice job.
Thank you to our Friends of Heart sponsors highlighted on your screen. Your support truly changes lives right here in our community. And we couldn't create a world of longer, healthier lives without all of you.
We also want to thank our official media sponsor tonight, locally owned WFMJ TV 21. Jack Gerdick, Mark Brown, the entire team at TV 21 continuously and generously donates to support the Heart Ball and the American Heart Association every year. And a special thanks to Derek Steyer for taking time out of his day and donating it to be our MC here this evening. Derek, you truly made this night more special than it already was about to be with your presence, and we can't thank you enough for being here with us this evening. And last but not least, our patron sponsors that are recognized on the screen before you. Now, many of these companies are donating in a part of the Heart Ball for the very first time. And we are very much looking forward to not only growing that partnership, but growing a healthier community together with your involvement now with the Heart Ball. Thank you very much for the difference you're making and for being with us here this evening. All right, Trace, let's get to the thermometer. Let's see how we're doing. All right.
Awesome.
All right, awesome. Already $7,500. That's awesome. Tonight's goal, 4031, 40,031. What's this? What's going on right now?
Oh boy, confetti. I love confetti.
Love confetti. I can love confetti. Love La Ti Da Boutique.
Yes, we do.
Love La Ti Da Boutique. Love them. Holy
Oh,
cow.
wow.
Thank you very much for that awesome donation to the team at La Ti Da Boutique. We really appreciate everybody. Arius Agencies, Melanie Finley, HBK, the team at Hill Barth and King. Absolutely unbelievable, and we can't thank you enough. Remember, to donate, to be a part of this, text Tri-County HB to the numbers 41444 and follow the prompts as they're given and be a part of making a difference tonight with the Heart Ball. Now, we are only as good as the team we surround ourselves with. And the team working on this year's Heart Ball brought passion, a relentless amount of energy, and quickly became a strong but mighty family to put this event together. In dealing with COVID-19 and the efforts and the outbreak the efforts of what happened with the outbreak, we didn't know if this night was possible. but a team put it together and believed that we would be able to come through and make this happen. So first and foremost, thank you to Tracy Benke and the entire AHA team for making this night possible and for your relentless commitment to healthy hearts in the area. A thank you to this year's auction committee. Many of you are winners this night already. There's going to be more opportunities to win, and that's thanks to Dr. Nancy Landgraf and her team of Elizabeth Gank, Nikki Fury, Betty Ryder, Debbie Kriatsoulis, Debbie Kulisic, and Stephanie Solomon. And I got all of those name rights on the first try. Awesome. Thank you very much for all that you've done. And most importantly, the executive leadership team. These are individuals who literally joined Mimi and me in sacrificing their time, their resources, and yes, their finances to help make this night possible. While Mimi and I were recognized as the chairs, we are only the people who are as good as the people we surround ourselves with, and we had an amazing group of people in the form of Rachel Barber, Todd Finn, the Furies and Jill and Nikki, Dr. Nancy Landgraf, TJ Marzano, Dennis Schiraldi, Matt Wilson, and a special thank you to Dan McGagan, whose why and involvement with the American Heart Association started over 30 years ago in 1987, when his son Champ was the heart child. After a long fight with heart disease, Champ unfortunately passed away in 1999, and Dan's involvement recently grew into somewhat would say a second job, a second career outside of Armstrong Cable, when his son Nick took a special events director position with the American Heart Association in our hometown of Youngstown, Ohio. Now, Nick presented Dan with an opportunity he could not refuse. Nick did not want to do this without his father, to not only help others, but to give back in a way that truly honored his brother Champ. For those of you who don't know, this past March, we tragically lost our friend and our colleague, Nick McGagan. Our executive director, Tracy Benke, would now like to share a few words about someone who touched our heart every day. Tracy?
Thanks, Jeff. When you think about someone who lived every day to the fullest, never met a stranger, and had a smile that could brighten the cloudiest day, you definitely think of Nick McGagan. And while I only had the pleasure of knowing and getting to work with Nick for a short time, it really felt like I knew him forever. On one of his first days in the office, I asked my team to take a minute and really reflect on what they want to do and accomplish over the next year. And I wanted to share Nick's personal why and personal quote with everybody tonight. Grow daily as a person, practice healthy living, be kind, be positive, communicate, and be the best I can be. Remember my purpose, and the rest will take care of itself. I also want to take a few minutes and share a message that Nick had planned to share with everybody on this very special night. He and longtime survivor, Nikki Fury, talked about this night for months, and this is what he wanted to express. He expressed to her about the message he wanted to share. Nick believed everything in life happened for a reason. There are no by chance events. Many of you here may know that heart disease is actually 80% preventable due to your life choices. But Nick felt strongly about giving a voice to the 20%, the ones who were born with cardiovascular disease that needed the helping hand. That was part of his purpose. His passion for others came from his family, especially his hero, Brother Champ McGagan, heart child of 1987. The strength and resilience of Nick's parents and brother Matthew fueled him to help others affected by heart disease. He believed that those living with the disease could live their best lives, and he would support and guide them any way that he possibly could. Creating lasting relationships with heart survivors and their families as a main goal of Nick's, Nikki knew as she became one of them. She and I speak for many when we say that Nick McGagan gave 122% of himself serving the people of his community in and outside of the office. For the lives that he touched, we are all better people for knowing him. So at this time, we are going to create a really amazing visual word cloud for Nick. So if everybody could please pick up your phones. And to participate, text Nick M, that's all one word, to the number 22 333. You will then receive a reply acknowledging your participation. From there, you can send one word at a time to that number, 22333, that describes Nick and what Nick meant to you. You're going to begin to start seeing the words on the screen here as they pop up. While this is happening, I am going to introduce you to one of a local musician, Kevin Lawson, who will be performing a song that was one of Nick's absolute favorites. Kevin has been entertaining professionally since 2017. He didn't dream of being famous. He just hopes to make a name for himself, entertaining the community he loves, Youngstown, Ohio. It definitely sounds just like Nick. So without further ado, here is Brandy, performed by Kevin Lawson.
Hey everybody, Kevin Lawson here, and boy am I honored and thrilled to be a part of this event, even under these circumstances. Let's get it started with a tune for Nick McGagan, who we continue to think about, continue to honor his legacy. There's a port on the western bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. The lonely sailors pass the time away and talk about their homes. And there's a girl in this harbor town, and she works laying whiskey down. They say, Brandy, fetch another round. She serves them whiskey and wine. The sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Yeah, your eyes could steal a sailor from the sea.
Sorry, I had to take a minute. We were rocking out over here, Trace. I'm sorry about that. That's like one of our favorite songs. I love that it was one of Nick's favorite songs. So we got a good video, so we'll post it on social media for everybody to see us dancing and hear my horrible voice. So, but wow, what an amazing tribute, Trace. I mean, for someone who's bigger than words, this is pretty amazing.
It really is. And just when you see the word that stands out to me, legend, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he wanted everything to be legendary. He wanted this night to be legendary and just lived his life that way. And so I'm not surprised that that and Savage was a close second. So neither one of those surprised me at all.
Look, it's very fitting that as we enter Memorial Day weekend, where we honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms and defending our country, that we also celebrate someone who spent his life serving others and loving others. And we talked about the number 31 earlier. Derek mentioned the unique end to our goal for tonight. And as you can see, our family, we're going to have a day, kid. And we want you all to have a day too. It's something that Nick told everybody he came across. And the number 31 was special because just like as an amazing person he was off the football field, he was an incredible athlete on the field. So tonight, every single donation that comes in, we want it to end in the number 31. Now, we don't care if it's $1.31 or $531 or $1,031 or just $31, but have every donation that comes in not only work towards a healthier community that we live in, but does our part in keeping the person who made this all possible close to our hearts as we remember Nick McGagan here tonight. This is awesome. And to donate, again, Tri-County HB to the numbers 41444 and follow the prompts that are sent to you in a text message and be a part of this. And remember, end in the number 31, and our love for Nick will never end. And thank you very much for being here with us tonight. It's been an honor and a privilege, and can't wait to see what's in store, Trace. Let's want to take a look at the thermometer.
Absolutely. Let's check in with it and see how it's going. I'm excited to see those 31s there from everybody. We are over our 25% of getting to goal, and something big just came in, more confetti. So a huge...
I love confetti cupcakes.
Who doesn't?
Was that Ursula? Was that you?
Yeah.
An amazing gift from Ursuline has come in. So $10,731 was raised by the class of 2008, which was Nick's graduating class. And they had asked that the money raised goes to the event that Nick was truly pouring his heart and soul into. The support from the class of Ursuline and everybody, it's just incredible. So we cannot thank you, class of 2008. I'm not an Ursuline grad, so I can't do all the hands and the sayings and things like that, but I know, Jeff, you got this, so I'll let you handle that part.
No, that's all right. Look, we're halfway through our event this evening, and we're more than halfway to our goal. Thank you to everybody who's contributing. There's still time to do so. Again, Tri-County HB to 41444, and let's make Nick's dream a reality. Thank you very much, Trace. I'm going to pass it all over to you, and you take it from here.
Thank you. So obviously our emotions are all very high right now. And when we really thought about this night, we knew that Nick wouldn't want us to be sad on a night like tonight. So we're going to have a day together. We are going to take a couple moments and laugh with a guy who's originally from Ohio, but now performs comedy in New York City. So he's been most recently telling jokes all across his apartment, but he's glad to be here with us tonight, celebrating Nick and laughing with all of us together. So here is funny man, Matt Edwards.
Oh, thank you for such a lovely intro. Being in New York for a while now, I am not used to people saying nice things to me, so that felt very good. Appreciate you guys. And hello to everyone out at the Tri-County Heart Ball. Good to be hanging out with you. I won't take up too much of your time. I know you've got other screens that you need to stare at on other devices. See which 14 of your friends are making that banana bread tonight. That's what everyone's been doing now. I got to get on. Instead of that, I've been posting. So people have been complaining about all the food posts. I maybe had the worst post of the year. On New Year's Day, I posted that 2020 was going to be the year I got out to see the world. And yeah, I'm here in my apartment shooting videos as if I'm holding myself hostage. So, you know, the turntables, right? It would have been great to be in Youngstown with you guys tonight, but for the sake of our health, we're looking at each other on these screens. And coincidentally, even if we were at the actual Heart Ball, we would be looking at these screens to avoid each other. So things are kind of coming full circle finally. It will be nice when we can get back to like normal lifestyle so that we can go out to a bar with a few of our friends and stare at our screens there in complete silence rather than in the comfort of our own homes. We'll get there eventually. I was in Youngstown last summer. I really like Youngstown. It's a good sports town. I don't know if enough people realize that. And for you guys, that's like excellent because that's your thing, right? Like promoting good health within your community. And look, even if the two faces of the franchise on your two most popular teams aren't really grasping that concept, I still think you're doing an excellent job. And look, at least they've shown a pulse over the last year and a half. My team in Cincinnati, yeah, they need some help. If you guys could move some offices down there, that would be excellent. The theme of the night, Vegas. I caught on to it, huh? You guys like that? It's a Vegas vibe. If you're not feeling the Vegas vibe, however, I've got some advice for you. Go over to your trash can and over about a 30-minute span, just throw $600 in there, slowly, a little bit at a time, and then tell yourself it was just a bad table. After that, go do it 3 or 4 more times, but eventually you're going to have to call and let your spouse know you broke even on the night. It was a good time. All is well. Going to bed. Call you in the morning. It'll be nice to get back to that, right? Blowing money. The good old days when we used to do that. We'd go shopping, we'd have parties, go out to eat, and then complain about all of it. It was a nice time. We're getting back there sooner than later. But for now, of course, got to maintain the health. That's what we do. Even these masks that we're wearing, I think we're going to look back on these positively one day. I look at the selfies I've been taking, working out a lot better when 66% of my face is covered. I just got, you know, better skin tone that way, all of that. I look healthier with the mask on, really. And for a lot of people, it's let them know having your nose and your mouth within like 2 inches of each other and confined, Listerine is essential. If nothing else, we come out of that with this. And then, of course, all of you parents who have been at home teaching your kids lessons, it's amazing. And I know it's been great for me helping my niece over the phone. I wasn't that stupid in 4th grade. 4th grade math is just really, really hard. And I'm glad I finally figured that out 25 years later. Meanwhile, that whole wine with the wine thing a lot of you are doing at 2 in the afternoon, probably not helping with the brain cells, but you're adults. You guys do you. Of course, the American Heart Association, all about health, and that's great. I appreciate that. You guys encourage me to get in a little better shape myself. I used to weigh 40 pounds more than I do now, and people ask me how I dropped that 40 pounds. I didn't do anything extravagant, just the good old-fashioned way. I quit drinking 15 beers while playing Xbox every night. Started doing shots of vodka. worked out pretty quickly. If you guys want that for the website or whatever, new diet plan, let them know. That one is on me. You guys can have it over at the American Heart Association. And look, I don't have anything else for you. I appreciate you guys having me. I've actually got a little late night yoga session I've got to get to. My neighbor Frank holds a studio in his garage. If any of you guys want in, I can get you your first class free. After that, cash only. Knock 6 times on the side door. All right, everyone, enjoy the heart ball. Go back to looking at those screens and looking at each other. I hope I can see you again sometime in the future.
So thank you to Matt. I think laughter is just what we needed right now. And I know that Nick is laughing right along with us from above for sure. So there's more magical entertainment coming later in the program also, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So Nick is one of the many reasons why we are all here tonight. He was an advocate for the American Heart Association, just like many of you. Heart disease has touched so many of our lives. The ones we have lost to heart disease and stroke continually push me to always try to fight for a cure. And our survivors always inspire me with their relentless strength and positivity that gets me through the tough days. Tonight, we're going to take a look back in time with a special heart history project to show the many families who have been touched and supported by the American Heart Association, and the work that we continue to do with our amazing volunteers and donors like you. Survivor and longtime AHA volunteer Nikki Fury has always had such a great interest and passion around our heart families. Nikki was the heart child herself in 1997. She knows the importance, the support these families give one another in celebrating and honoring the lives of those children being touched by cardiovascular disease and congenital heart defects. She has spent the past few months going through literally thousands and thousands of photos and news articles to pull together an amazing, beautiful tribute to our heart children over the years. So let's take a look.
Each year, 40,000 babies in the United States are born with congenital heart disease. In 1924, the American Heart Association was founded. 43 years later, the first known heart ball was here in the Tri-County area. That year, our community was introduced to heart child Tammy Leader of 1967. Tammy made the first step toward a brighter future here in our community. The goal of the Heart History Project is to recognize and thank the children, their families, and our volunteers who have paved the way. In the course of 5 decades here in Youngstown, we've had over 50 heart children. Jason Farrell, Justin Sims, Chant McGagan, Lee Kroloff, Ryan Cannon, Lisa Eckhart, Tim Blythe, McKenna Buttry, and Sammy DiGiacomo are just a few to name. Whether we are remembering a hero's life cut short or honoring a survivor, we thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Each heart ball, we hope to display memorabilia from the heart children we've been blessed to work with over the years. I am honored to say that this year, 2020, our heart child is Warrior Wesley Franklin. Born with the transportation of the great arteries, Wesley is our hero, our inspiration, and our bright future as we hope to end heart disease one day.
Thank you so much, Nikki. That project was one of my favorite things to watch and be somewhat of a part of with you. So every heart family that we get to work with every year truly becomes a part of my family, and this year's Special Warrior is no different. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to the 2020 heart child and his family, Wesley Franklin and mom and dad, Jess and Will Franklin.
My name is Jessica and I am Wesley's mom.
Hi, I'm Wesley.
And I'm Will, Wesley's dad.
The doctor said it was a textbook pregnancy, just everything was going the way it should, so we didn't have any concerns at that time. But when he was born, that's when we found out that there was something wrong. I held him for like 10 seconds and they just took him away because he was turning blue, and we were like, okay, like.
Yeah, I just remember You know, obviously having your first kid, you don't really know what to expect, but it was just like, it just didn't feel right, I guess, or normal.
Then they came back and kind of said, you know, there is something that could be wrong. It did end up being his heart. He had transposition of the great arteries.
You know, you hear open heart surgery, and when they tell you, you know, number one, he's 10 days old, not like a full-grown adult. And the way they do the surgeries, and they leave the chest open for, I think it was a couple days. That was probably the scariest sight of my life. Don't even like thinking about that image, but they're like, you know, the babies, they recover quick.
He doesn't have any restrictions now. He's off medicine. He just sees the cardiologist once a year, which is awesome. He does everything. He plays, you know, basketball, and he's going to play t-ball this summer. And from where he started to now, it's amazing to watch. Actually, even before I had Wesley, we're both phys ed teachers. Like, we were supporters anyway. And then, but now that gets, you know, this opportunity just to kind of inspire other families, and knowing that, you know, he doesn't have any restrictions, and he's the face of that, like saying, you know, this does happen, this can happen to you, and this can happen, but, you know, it doesn't have to hold you back. Giving him those opportunities to do those things is just amazing.
I mean, I would say thank you, you know, to all the people who do support the American Heart Association and, you know, provide those supports, and especially the education piece. When things happen like with Wesley, you know, the unpredictables, it's one of those I forget what the stat was, but it's like, you know, 1 in so many 100,000 that it happens, you know, so they do provide that education. I think it's something people need to take advantage of.
Thank you all for being here tonight. We are so excited to celebrate with you. And Wesley's excited that his family and friends are here too. We want to thank the American Heart Association for all the support that they give families just like ours. And we want to give a special thanks to Tracy Banky, who our family has been working so closely with. Her dedication is appreciated in so many ways. We are also so grateful to the donors and supporters who fund the life-saving research that has allowed our family to have more special moments together. Your commitment to the American Heart Association today will create new survival stories tomorrow. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
So if you'd like to donate to the American Heart Association tonight, the text the give number is Tri-County HB to 41444. The number again is Tri-County HB to 41444. All right, so one of those things you're going to be auctioning off tonight. So our son Wesley has created something really special to share with all of you tonight. This is his masterpiece that's going to be auctioned off during tonight's live auction in just a few moments.
Let's get this auction started.
Wow, that is an incredible painting. Thank you, Wesley, and thank you to the Franklin family. Good evening, everybody. My name is Brad McGovern, and I will be your virtual auctioneer tonight. It's so great to be with all of you. Before we get started tonight, I want to explain how the live auction is going to work. First, we will introduce each item with the item name and the description. I will then announce the starting bid point. Once we begin bidding, you will need to type your bid amount into the chat box on your screen. The first step is to find that chat box at the bottom of your Zoom window. You see that chat box is pointed to by the red arrow in this presentation. Now this next part is very, very important. Once you find the chat box, ensure that you are typing to all panelists and attendees. You may need to click on the All Panelists button and then select All Panelists and Attendees. The All Panelists button is pointed to by the red arrow in this presentation. If you do not change this setting, other attendees won't be able to see your bids. You will then need to type in your bidding amount during the auction into the chat box. The area where you type your bid amount is pointed out by a red arrow in this presentation. Now let's test it out and make sure it works. Everybody go ahead and type a message into the chat box right now. and I'll be watching those as they come in. Anything that you'd like to say, just say hello to everyone. Yeah, I can see them coming in. Looks good. Now we have a team monitoring the chat, and I'll be announcing the bids as we see them come in. Again, make sure when you are bidding that you have your chat selected to all panelists, to the panelists and all attendees. That way everyone can see what you bid. You do not need to type anything else but your bid amount, as your name will show up automatically. So, all right, guys, let's get started. All of tonight's items in the live auction can be picked up at the American Heart Association office at a later date. We also ask that your bids end in the number 31 in memory of Nick. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first lot tonight is that wonderful, wonderful painting by Wesley. And guys, he worked very, very hard to create this masterpiece for all of you tonight. And I'd like to send a special thank you out to Wesley and his parents, Jessica and Will Franklin, for donating this auction item tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and get ready. You tell me, how much are you gonna pay there? And do we get down that kind there? And do we get down that kind there? I've got $531 bid. And do we get down 631? And do we get down 631? 631. And do we get down 531? 631. It's somebody give $631 now. And do we get down 631? It's $631 down. Do we get down? Now I don't see any bids, and I just think we're on the wrong side of a $1,000 bill. It gives 631 and gives $631 down. Divvy get down 631. It's $631 down. Divvy get down 631 now. And divvy get out last and final call here. And divvy get out. I've got $531 bid. Can I get 631? It's 631 and $631 down. Divvy get down 631. It's $631 down. Divvy get down 531's bid. 631 is $631 down. Divvy get down 631. And I sold $531, and we have that as an absentee bid over here. Tracy, do you have that? Ladies and gentlemen, item number 2 is this wonderful whiskey bar. It is a unique handmade whiskey bar along with a gift card to help you stock it. So go ahead and take a look into this wonderful item.
Hi everybody, this is Brian Taylor of Taylor Woodworking. Thanks for your consideration of purchasing this piece to help the American Heart Association. This one in particular was really all about obsession. You start with a nice glass of something, you might as well put it in a nice decanter. Well, if you got to pour it in something, it might as well be in a nice crystal glass. And if you got to set those on something, why not on some spalted ambrosia maple and Appalachian walnuts? Just seems like the right thing to do. This is all hand-cut joinery. There's no fasteners. I build my pieces to last generations and really inspire you to do something. In this case, drink. So cheers to everybody. Hope you guys have a good night.
Wow, what wonderful craftsmanship. This piece was made by Youngstown's very own Brian Taylor of Taylor Woodworking. So ladies and gentlemen, you tell me right here, and divvy to get down this kind here, and you tell me right there, and divvy to get down $1,000 down, divvy to get down 131, 231. I've got 331 bid. Give me 431. If $431 down, divvy to get down 431. If 431, now 531. Thank you, Nancy. And divvy to get down 531. And now 631. Thank you, Jeffrey. And divvy to get down 631. It's $631 down. Do it to get down 631. It's 631 where? In 631. I've got $531 bid. 631. Thanks, Nancy. 731, Jeffrey. And if it to get down 731. It's 631. 731 where? It's $731 down. If it to get down 731. It's $731 last and final call here, guys. $731 and I have sold $631 to Nancy there. Thank you, Nancy. And next on down here, we're going right on to item number 3. Item number 3 tonight is dinner and drinks for 8. As the world begins to reopen, we all are in a need of a night out on the town. So grab 7 of your closest friends, head to Aquapazzo to enjoy a 6-course dinner. As a bonus, a $200 gift card is included to order some drinks to pair with each course. So thank you, Tom Zidian and Steve McCullough of Aquapazzo. We're going to go right into the bidding on this lot here. Ladies and gentlemen, you tell me. You guys can see the value there. You tell me right there. Handy to get out. $131 is bid. $231. And now $331. $431 is bid. I got that already. $5. Now $631. It's $631 down. $700 now. $831. $831 down. To get out. $831 where? $831. $900.31. I'll take it. And to get out. $931. Give $1,031. And if you get down, $1,031. 1,031. Bond. If you get down, $1,031. $1,031. Down. If you get down, give me $1,031 now. And if you get down, $1,031. $1,031. Down. If you get down, Dennis has got all the money right there. And if you get down, $1,031. $1,031. Down. If you get down there, and I have sold $930. Oh, whoa. You know what? I didn't say it completely. I've got $1,031. Give me $1,131, Dennis. And if you get down, $1,131. And $1,131. Dennis, you're out. And $1,131. Down. If you get down, last and final call again. And if you get down, $1,131. Dennis, what do you say? And if you get down, $1,131. Down. If you get down, $1,131. Sold. Right there to Nancy for $1,031. Thanks again, Nancy. Ladies and gentlemen, the next lot tonight is item number 4, and it is a beautiful David Yurman crossover collection single station necklace in 18-karat yellow gold with beautiful diamonds all throughout. This piece has been graciously donated by Tom Duma Fine Jewelers. Take a look at this wonderful video that they provided us.
Well, hi, everybody. My name is Jeff Bryceland. I'm with Tom Duma Fine Jewelers in Warren, Ohio, and we're excited again this year to be a part of this important fundraiser for the American Heart Association. This year, a virtual auction, and we are so excited to offer a piece from world-renowned designer David Yurman. This particular item is part of the crossover collection. It is a single station necklace crafted in 18-karat yellow gold with diamonds. And as we look closely, you'll see the iconic twisted cable design that is prevalent in so many of David Yurman's designs, with beautiful diamond appointments suspended from an adjustable box chain, a retail price of $19.50. Let the bidding begin.
What a wonderful, wonderful piece, guys. Which lucky lady is going to go home with this piece tonight? Thank you again to Tom Duma Fine Jewelers for your continued support of the Heart Ball. Gentlemen, if you're in the doghouse deep, this is a guaranteed piece to get you out. So ladies and gentlemen, get right on right here. And if you get down that kind there, and if you get down, give 2,031. And if you get down 2,031, if you get down, I have $631 bid. Give me 731. It's $731. And if you get downtown, 731. It's 631's big. Give me 731. And if you get down, John, go ahead and raise it right up. 731. Thank you. Now 831. And if you get down, 831. And $831. And if you get down, 831 is $731 is bid. Give me 831 now. And if you get down, 831, $831. And if you get down, 831 and $831. And if you get down, that kind there. And if you get down, Tracy, make sure that you type your name in there for the $731. And if you get down, the person who bid 731, make sure you put it in there. And if you get down, that kind there. And if you get down, thank you, Rachel. And if you get down, $731 is bid. Give me 831. And if you get down, 831, $831. And if you get down, 831, $831. And if you get down there, last and final call on a wonderful, wonderful piece here. And if you get down, $831, and I have sold $731 to Rachel Barber there. Thank you, Rachel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is item number 5, and it's last up tonight. Now, we all know more than ever, we have been trying to find ways to work out at home. And our final package this evening is the answer we have all been looking for. So let's take a look at this video provided by Michael Bruno. Once again, thank you, Michael Bruno, for the gift that keeps on giving, the gift of a healthy lifestyle to the lucky winner this evening. This gift will also come with a free home installation for the Bowflex Tread Climber. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the value right there. You tell me right here. Handy to get down 5,000. Handy to get down the can there. Handy to get down. I have $1,031 bid. Give me 1,131. It 1,131. Handy to get down $1,031 is bid. Give me 1,131. It 1,131. At $1,131. Handy to get down 1,131's bid. Give me 1,231. Katie, you're a little late there. Give me 1,231. It 1,000. Thank you, Brian. And if you get down 1,331 is all. And if you get down 1,331, it $1,331. And if you get down Bridget and Katie, you're both out. And if you get down 1,331, it $1,331. And if you get down 1,331, it $1,331. And if you get down there, anybody want to take a swing there? And if you get down 1,231's bid, thank you, 1,331. I got 1,431. Give me 1,531. It 1,531. It $1,531. And if you get down 1,531. It 1,531. If you get down, Anthony's in the lead here. And if you get down 1,531, where? In 1,531. Thank you. And if you get down 1,831's bid, give me 1,931. And if you get down 1,931, where? In 1,931. If you get down 1,931, you got to bring it up. And if you get down 1,931, it 1,931. Thank you. Now 2,031. And if you get down 2,031, it $2,031 is all. And if you get down 2,031, it $2,031. And if you get down 2,031, it $2,031. Thank you. Now 2,131, it $2,131. And if you get down 2,131, it $2,131. And if you get down, if somebody wants to give me $3,000 right now, I'll take it. And if you get down 2,131, it $2,031. Now $131. And if you get down 2,131, guys, and if you get down, if you're looking for a good equipment system here, this is your chance. And if you get down 2,131, I got you, Stacy, at 2,031. I need 2,131. And if you get down 2,131, last and final call. You got that tired, run down feeling, can't do the things you used to do. You try this out for 30 days, and if you're not guaranteed to come back a brand new man or woman, bring it on back and we'll sympathize. I've got 2,131, 2,231. And if you get down, I need 2,231. Stacy, you're out. And if you get down 2,231, it $2,231. And if you get down 2,231, it $2,231. 2,531. Now that's the spirit there. It 2,631 now. It 2,631. Charlotte. And if you get down 2,631, it $2,631. Dan, if you get down 2,631, it $2,631. Dan, if you get down, anybody else want to take a swing? We got a wonderful, wonderful piece here. This is the last item of the night. I need 2,631. And if you get down 2,631, last and final call, guys. If you're looking for a good set right here, get right on, bid your high dollar, $2,631. And if you get down there, and I have sold $2,531 right there to Stacy Adams. Thank you, Stacy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's live auction portion. Thank you for all of your support of the American Heart Association. Once again, my name is Brad McGovern with Bear Auctioneers, and I'm going to turn it back over to MC Derek Steyer. Take it away, Derek.
All right, Brad, thanks so much. Wow, that was exciting. Congratulations to all of tonight's live auction winners. And for the winner of the Aquapazzo dinner, if you would always like to go to dinner with a television personality, someone that does the news 6 and 11 o'clock every night on WFMJ, I will take a vacation day and I will come to dinner with you at Aquapazzo if you like. Congratulations, some magical items that we auctioned off. And speaking of magic, boy, do we have a great show. We have a special magic performance coming up shortly. Stay tuned for that. Get ready to be amazed. Let's take another look at that thermometer, shall we? Whoa, look at this, folks. $34,000 raised. I don't do math very well. I'm guessing that's about 85% of our goal. I don't know. Somebody better, more smarter than me can tell me, but We are doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much for those donations coming in. Let's keep it going. We can make that goal of 40,031. All right, it's time to move on to one of my favorite parts of the Heart Ball. Each of us has a reason for, or a why, for supporting the American Heart Association. Our whys are truly what makes the mission of the AHA and the work that we do so important. It gives us that purpose to know that so much work needs done as we face head-on America's #1 killer together, whether it's someone that you've lost or someone who continues to fight with this disease. We want to see their names in the chat box. Over the next few minutes, our executive leadership team is going to share their whys, and as they do, take a moment and type in your why into that chat box. I'll be putting in the name Dan Strawn. That's my stepdad who has suffered 3 strokes in the last couple of years. Take a look at this video.
So many of us have been affected by heart disease, my wife and me included. My why goes back to my grandfather, who passed away of a heart attack when I was just 16 years old. His influence in my life taught me that we needed to serve others, and is a big reason not only why I started 898 Marketing, but why my wife and I proudly stand here as the co-chairs for this year's Heart Ball.
And in my why, my family's been affected by heart disease as well. My grandmother had hypertension when she was in her 20s and suffered a heart attack in her 60s. And as a healthcare provider, one of the major causes of disability and death is cardiovascular disease. And it's important that we make an impact on those numbers.
Personally, I've been affected by heart disease because I was born with a congenital heart defect, and I've also lost loved ones along the way. Aside from the research and education that the Heart Association provides, it has given me much more than a way to give back. It's given me a support system through different stages of my life since being the heart child in '97.
I'm Dr. Nancy Landgraf, and the reason that I support the American Heart Association is because my passion is to treat patients that are recovering from stroke. And for those survivors, stroke is the leading cause of disability in the United States. And for those survivors, the guidelines and the research that's produced by the American Heart Association leads my practice and helps me to do the best I can for my patients.
My name's Todd Finn, and I've been personally affected by heart disease. I had a grandfather who ended up having a total of 5 open heart surgeries in his life. Then, of course, through my personal friendship with Nick McGagan and getting to know the entire family and hearing the story of Champ McGagan, who was once a heart baby and went through a long-term battle with heart disease. It's brought me closer to the organization, and I wanted to be involved because not only have I personally suffered from the effects of heart disease in my family, had friends that have suffered the effects of it in theirs, but I've met and come into contact with a lot of people throughout the course of my life that have been affected by heart disease.
My why is my mom, Mary Ferry. Since the age of 30, my mom has had high blood pressure and high cholesterol, but it has always been active. On July 26, 2019, my mom survived a quadruple bypass. It all started with a stress test, the CT scan, and a heart cath, which revealed 4 blocked arteries, and with one being at 90%. An hour after surgery and in recovery, she experienced ventricular fibrillation, which resulted in a heart attack and cardiac arrest. The heart team brought her back. I believe my mom is with us today because of her strong determination to survive and due to cardiovascular research from the American Heart Association. If it wasn't for the money raised during events such as the Heart Ball and the Heart Walk, there would be no research. And without research, there would be no survivors. Thank you.
My why for supporting the American Heart Association 2020 Heart Ball is the fact of the matter is that many people part of my family have been impacted with heart disease. 3 of my uncles and my mother-in-law have all had open heart surgery, and my 2.5-year-old son Leo was diagnosed a day after he was born with a rare congenital heart condition called tetralogy of Fallot. And at that point it dawns on you the amount of research and development that's gone into heart care is the reason why he's here with us now today and going to go on to live a very normal, happy, and fruitful life. Your commitment today will create new survival stories. Survival stories of people fighting just like we did. Survival stories where children continue to have their mom and dad. Stories where parents can watch their children grow up happy and healthy. At this time, I'd like to ask that you all join us tonight and open your hearts to support the mission work of the American Heart Association.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name's Dennis Schiraldi, and we're making the most of, obviously, this virtual event and commend the Tri-County Heart Pulse team. We've got our son Leo here, and it's not often that the entire crew gets to come to our house virtually. And sorry, he's 2.5. It's a little bit difficult to deal with sometimes. In any case, I really want to thank Jeff Risner and Dr. Meredith McNally and the girls for pulling Leo in to be a part of the Heart Ball. It's just an amazing experience. Our thoughts and prayers also go out to the McGagan family. We got an opportunity to meet Nick last summer through another event that we do, and just a tremendous amount of inspiration left on us and our family. You know, Leo was born, the day after Leo was born, he was born with tetralogy of Fallot, a rare congenital heart condition. And 50% of the babies that are born with TET do not live to be 2 years old. He's now 2.5. 80% of those children never make it to be 10 years old, which we have one at the high end of that number as well. And then, as you can see with our expansive family, everything in between. And we couldn't imagine life without any of them, especially our little fighter, Leo Schiraldi, who, with the faith, are putting our faith in God, family, friends, caregivers in the community around us. His surgery was a tremendous success, and it's because of the fact that people are willing to donate, and the money goes towards not just research and development, which is huge, but even creating awareness in the support system. And things like American Heart Association's website that give parents like us hope in a time of need. We want education. Thank you all very much for supporting the Tri-County Heart Ball. Be sure to donate. I appreciate them, you guys, for this event. Leo, say bye, Leo. Can you wave bye-bye? Bye. You all have an amazing evening. We love you. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much, Dennis. That was incredible. I love seeing the whole family as often as I can, and little Leo's just adorable, so thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at $34,878 towards our goal of $40,031 tonight. Over 130 people have donated so far already. I cannot thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. Really putting this program on and being a part of the American Heart Association for 6.5 years now has really showed me what it takes to really be relentless, and that the American Heart Association is really striving to make a change in our community and to teach everybody how to live those longer, healthier lives. It's really important to do that. And again, like what Nick said, it's about the passion and about the 20% that isn't affected. That doesn't have a choice. They're born with a disease that they have to then control their entire life. So I can't thank you enough from the bottom of our hearts. We're seeing this grow and grow and grow, and it's just so amazing to see that we're coming together as a community tonight to celebrate ones that we've lost, to heart disease, to stroke, to tragedy, and really also celebrate the lives that are still with us today. So thank you all so very much. Jeff, is there anything that you wanted to add on any of this front today before we turn it back over to Derek?
No, I mean, this is incredible. I mean, it's just incredible, the outshowing of support. In Youngstown, we outpunch our weight in giving in everything that we do. And to be at over $35,000 on a virtual event, uniting all of us from across the country. I know there are our friends who are from different states who are tuning in. So it really is impressive. And there's a lot of magic going on. So I think that's a great transition, Trace, to our next entertainment. And while you're enjoying that, you can also make magic happen. Again, there's still a little bit of time left. Tri-County HB to 41444, $31, $1.31, whatever you're comfortable giving. Do it in memory of Nick, and do it for the people of the Mahoning Valley who are in need for a healthier life. So, Trace, let's make some magic happen. What do you think?
Absolutely. Thanks, Derek. We'll kick it over to you to introduce our last special act of the evening for us.
All right, sounds good, Tracy and Jeff. Thank you so much. And as Jeff mentioned, whatever amount you can contribute or donate, every dollar counts. We can't stress that enough. So keep those donations going. You guys have absolutely rocked it. Been incredible. We can't thank you enough for the incredible support tonight and throughout the whole year, really. But before we go for the Heart Ball this year and say goodnight, we want to introduce the final act. And I'd like to say thank you to everyone who made tonight's event one to remember. I want to make sure that we praise everybody that opened up their hearts and gave to the American Heart Association. Your giving will truly continue the life-saving work that goes on with the American Heart Association in the Tri-County area. This has been a magical evening. I can't tell you how much fun it's been. And so we want to let that magic continue, though, with the Allen family. The Allens are a husband and wife team, and their story is almost as magical as their act. Their performances are a tantalizing mix of magic and mentalism with some quick wit and real-world relatability. Without further ado, introducing the Allens.
Hello everyone, my name is Stacy.
And I'm Jason. We are the Allens, a national magic and mentalism husband and wife duo.
We were asked this year to come and entertain all of you with our sleight of hand and mind tricks at the American Heart Association Heart Ball.
Unfortunately, due to the current situation, we were unable to do so.
But lucky for you, the Heart Ball has asked us to do something for you online.
I'd like to show them my favorite trick. While I warm up, can you do me a favor and jump inside of their minds?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Allen. Now that Jason's gone and it's just you and I here, I'm going to try to do just that. Get inside your mind. Even though you're there and I'm here, we're going to try to make a connection through our screens. You need both of your hands for this. So if you're on a phone or a tablet and you're holding on to it, go ahead and set it down and prop it up. And when you're ready, shake your hands out like this. Yes, even you, sir, I can see that you're not participating. Shake your hands out, interlace your fingers together, press your palms tightly together, and cross one thumb over the other. Take a look at your hands. If your right thumb is over your left, you're more than likely caring, compassionate, a grounded individual. If your left thumb is over your right, you're more than likely a psychopath. Keeping your fingers interlaced and your palms pressed tightly together, one thumb crossed over the other, put your hands in the air and listen carefully to my voice. Take your first two fingers and point them high in the sky, leaving a gap between them. Look at that gap in your fingers. Don't look at me. Look at that gap in your fingers and imagine that I place a rubber band around them. As I do, your fingers begin to move closer together. As that rubber band gets tighter, your fingers move closer and closer. Don't fight, just watch as they get closer and closer until they touch. If your fingers moved or touched, do your part by supporting the Heart Ball. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Jason Allen.
Thank you, Tri-County Heart Ball, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Wow, that was pretty incredible. And she did get into my mind with that. That thing, oh my goodness, my fingers came right together. Pretty incredible. Thank you to the Allens for that magical performance. And I was just looking in the chat. And boy, the energy is absolutely fantastic. Love to see the back and forth and everybody really getting into this thing. It's just been absolutely fantastic. Let's keep it going. So great, so great. All right. Unfortunately, we come to the close of our evening for our first ever virtual Heart Ball, but we want to take a look at that thermometer one last time before we go. We want to see how the goal is. Oh, look at that, folks. $38,380. So close to that goal, $40,031. Still continuing to go up. Again, you can continue to donate. Text Tri-County HB to 41444 to donate now. And we've got some confetti coming in. Tracy, would you like to join me at all to talk about the donations coming in?
I would love to. So 39,642 is in right now, which is absolutely incredible. I see Dennis, thank you for your gift. I see the DeCenzos. So I feel like we're so close that I see the chat coming on of everybody getting fired up. And I think fireworks have just went off. And ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We are over our goal for the evening. $40,173 has been raised as a thank you to all of you.
And Jeff, why don't you come on in, and I want to get your reaction to seeing this, and it has to just bring,
No, yeah, I'm sorry. We were doing our own little.
How cool is this?
Have a day, everybody. Have a day. All of this. Go ahead, baby.
And make sure you eat confetti cupcakes.
And confetti cupcakes for everybody. Cupcakes for everybody. But honestly, from our family.
And make sure you eat a heart sucker for the heart ball.
And a heart sucker. Good nutrition tips from the Risnar household tonight. But for all of you, thank you very much for being here with us tonight. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for honoring, for remembering, for supporting Nick on Memorial Day weekend. None of this is possible without him looking down from above. And we appreciate, Dan, your family, and everything that you have gone through for sticking with us and putting this night together. Tracy, to you and your team, thank you for allowing us to make a small difference in the world here in the Mahoning Valley. So awesome, awesome job. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Thank you so much, Jeff, Mimi, the girls. You guys are so fantastic. Everybody, the over 147 people donated tonight. So I can't thank you enough. I know that we've all had a day doing this together, and I think that truly this is the reason why we do it. This is the reason why the AHA is who it is and does what we do every single day, and it's all thanks to you all. And it's incredible that I'm sad that it's over, that we've come to the end of the night, but it's a beautiful evening. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We got money still coming in. There's still time to donate. If you haven't done so, you can still donate by going to Tri-County HB, texting it to 41444. But again, Dan, Sherry, Matt, our prayers, our thoughts, our love are with all of you. And thank you, everybody, for making this night a success.
Thanks, everybody. We love you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Tracy. And again, as Jeff mentioned, you can still give even after our program is over. Text Tri-County HB to 41444. You can also visit the website heart.org/Tri-County Heartball. We hope that by you spending the evening with us, you truly see the impact that we're making here in the community each day, and we cannot do it alone. To become a volunteer, just visit our social media pages and send us a message. We thank you again for celebrating with us, and we leave you with the pictures that you've been posting throughout the night. And Kevin Lawson is back to close us out. Good night, everybody.
My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful as sunshine up the spread. And it's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, hey, love a kick in the head. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things took the blows and did it my